Howdy doodle, Nick Strudel, back here again. Don't worry, I'm not going to chit chat too long. I don't know if you've been enjoying the more silent videos or not, but I've been enjoying making them because I can just set the camera up and do my shit. But I haven't done any shit, or I have. I've been doing heaps of shit, which is why I haven't been able to work on this for a couple of days. But I can work on it today, so we're going to finish it off. Finish it off all apart from eventually there's going to be that polycarbonate, the plastic roof sheets are going to go over the top. We're not going to afford to buy them, but until then, it's going to look like, well, this be like just have beams going across, so just have an open top. If I have issues with other birds coming in and shit to either steal food or chicks, I'll put mesh across the top because I do have plenty of mesh, so I can still close it in, but I probably won't bother unless there's an issue because, like I said, I'm going to eventually have the roof sheets going over it. But what we're doing today is we're closing in the actual coop of the chicken run. So I've learnt that apparently the outside part is called the chicken run and the inside part is called the coop. So there you go. That's a bit of knowledge for you. I only worked that out. I always had free range chickens, so yeah, anyway, but I've got about 4 sheets of fibro, I've got a bunch of pieces of tin, and I've got not lots, but a few solar panels. So I've been trying to work out how to clad this all. So basically what I'm going to do to make it look as tidy as I can, but whilst utilising materials that I have, because I don't want to buy any more, because one, I'm running out of money, or I've run out of money, and 2, I'm trying to clean the place up, so if I can use the stuff, I'd rather use it than chuck it. So anything I can use, I'm using. This is my usual philosophy. Have you not seen my house? It's kind of built out of nothing but scrap, so yeah, I'm good at using the stuff. But basically the plan is, here, I'll turn the camera around again, get you off my pretty face, is this side here. So there's the door to the run. This is going to be fibro. So I've got 1 piece of fibro, 2 pieces of fibro. I'm going to have fibro here at the back, because again, at the front and the back, because it's where you see it the most and it'll look the tidiest. And also because I've got these fans, it's easier to cut around and make it look nice and tidy. So fibro around there, so 1, 2, and then I've got 2 pieces remaining, which will do this back part here and be able to cut out for those the fans. And then around this side is even more exciting. Well, not that exciting, but I worked out. So whereas the mark comes down to, I think, here. Solar panel. I'm just going to put a solar panel horizontal along here. One, because it just sort of fits perfectly with how high the tank is. The tank, it sort of finishes about the same height, so it was like perfect. Might as well have that, and that can then go to it can either feed, well, these 2 ones are just going to direct link to the fans, and the one here I might link it to a battery and just have it as a 12 volts backup source, so I can hook into it if I want to, for just cause I can. And then obviously this tank is going to go here, and then this bottom section down here, I'm just going to clad that with roof iron, because you're not going to really see it, and it's good enough. It's easy to work with. And in here, obviously there's the doors you come in, so this part here is going to be closed in, and all I've got left to close in with is tin. So tin's going to close that in, and that's going to have a door I'm going to make, or yeah, I'll be able to make a door, because I want to have a door we can have to be able to like leave it open. So, you know, obviously there'll be like a hole in it all the time, so the chickens can get in and out, but it's more so it can stop the wind and that in winter and keep them warm, but also open it up to keep it cooler in summer, you know, vice versa. But I'll worry about that later. But yeah, so opening's here, and then I'm just going to build all the shelves and perches and shit. You'll see that happen. So I'm going to stop rambling on and get on into it. The rest of the video is going pretty much the same as the rest of them. You're just going to see me just doing shit with it sped up about 4 times, so you don't have to watch for a million years. And then yeah, we'll try and get this coop done. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye. go. So there's 2 sides cladded. As you can see, I kind of fucked up a little bit. I don't know what I did. It was not even a 100mm trick, but I have to cut a little strip just to go there, but that's all right. I'll do that. And also, when I was cutting that hole out, I don't know how I fucks up as well, but I cut that and wasn't thinking, had brain farts. It's been one of those days, but got those in now, so they're all pretty good. And I've also got to put a bit of extra timber, put extra stud there because well, it didn't quite. I sort of, fucked up a bit there again. Yeah, so I've made a few boo-boos, but overall it's not nothing major. All looks all right, luckily. So we'll that's what that looks like. Now all I've got to do is put the solar panel here, and then the sheet iron here, and the sheet iron on there, and be me done for today. So yeah, let's get to it. And you just repeat that. I'll probably put about 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and then maybe 2 there. So yeah. Okie dokie, so that's the rear side all cladded. So this solar panel will obviously just be wired up to a battery, and that'll just be a backup 12-volt source. And then, yeah, and obviously in this little space here is where this IBC tank is going to go. So it'll be moved here, and then it'll be fed by the gutters off of all this. Once I finish it all off and put gutters, it'll have downpipe will go in this, and there'll be IBCs all the way along here. So we've got heaps of water storage, and then there'll be a little pipe that goes along there, little droppers for the chickens to peck the little beaks so they can get water. So it's coming together, folks. We're actually just about finished. All I've got to do now is I've just got a wall fork inside. I've just got to get cracking into it. I just got a fantabby idea. So you see this old shit, this big old shitty door. This is what used to be on the shed that was like the old chook shed that was over there. Just a bit of measuring up. It's cycling at its best, you know, might as well utilize what I've got. Otherwise that was just going to go to the tip. So fuck that, it's not going to go to the tip now. It's going to be my wall for the chicken coop. So I'll trim that up to size and do that. Well, that's that job done. The phone cut out, I don't know, somewhere through because it ran out of storage, but fixed that problem up. But yep, this old door is all fastened into place now. So it's obviously, this is studded, is screwed top and bottom, and then I'll put screws in going down the side. And then on down here, I'll put a piece. You can see I screwed a piece to the bottom plate in the door, then screws in that way. And then here, well, I just put a couple diagonals because it's just a chicken coop. And then up the top, I just screwed down into it. So that's all fastened into place. And now I've just got to make a door to go next to the door, but that's not for this video. That's for the next video when I make all of the perches and nesting boxes and shit to go on there. And that'll be probably the final video until sometime in the future when I put this roofing on. But like, this chicken coop is literally pretty much like a good 95% done. I could put chickens in it now if I wanted to. I just don't want it yet because I want to make sure I've got all their perches and, you know, shelves and nesting boxes and ramps. Not that complicated. I'm just going to put, I'll show you what I'm going to do. We'll turn around. I think you can keep it pretty simple. So obviously you walk in here, So I'm gonna have a perch, just a, you know, dowel perch to go along here, another one go along here, and then another one go along here. So every side's got it. Underneath the perch, I'll have a shelf, and a shelf with a little lip on it, and you just fill those little shelves of sand. And basically, it's just an easy way to stop the place getting grotty, because they'll shit all night when they sit in those perches. But if you put a little shelf underneath the perch with sand in it, all you got to do is every couple of days just come with the pooper scooper, like a cat litter tray pooper scooper, and just scoop out all the chicken poos and sift the sand off and chuck them in a bucket and use it as fertiliser in your garden. And then obviously later, then sometimes we'll have the perches up here for the shelf, and then under those we'll have the actual, well, I'll either just put them on the ground, because chickens seem to like to just go on the ground anyway, or I'll probably make another shelf to go all the way around here and put just high-sided litter trays. That's just another idea I've had before. And if other people do is you put litter trays, that way you put all their hay in that, and they just lay their eggs in those. And when they get dirty, you just wash them out, because they're just plastic. So it works in really well. Then in here there'll be I'd say I'd probably put some sand down in here, because from what I'm reading, sand works really well in chicken coops. And then in the to keep, like, you know, your pests out and keep things clean and all that kind of shit. So there'll be sand in there, and that's how I'm gonna do all of the roosting things. And then out here in the run, it's just gonna stay as is. I don't think it's gonna be grass that long. It'll be dirt eventually, but that's all right. They love to have their dust baths and stuff. So yeah, that's the chicken coop just about done. So there'll be one more video coming out pretty soon, probably the next day or two, when I can get around to doing the rest of it. And then that'll be it for this little chicken coop series, and I'll start working on something else. Probably the next thing, I've got a whole list of things to do. We'll see what I feel like doing, and then that will be the next video after that. So lucky dip, but there's lots coming, I can tell you that. Lots of videos coming, because lots of stuff I've got to do, and not a lot of time. So yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all the time. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Even share it around if you want to. Show people, show your mates. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's the cheapest chicken coop. This is not an expensive chicken coop, but it's not the cheapest one either. But I'm going to stop talking again. See you later. Attach to the next one. Bye.